Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's talk Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 7, Real Life Reckoning. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. We're getting real close to 6,000. Let's go ahead and push before the end of the month. Thumbs up the video, hop in the comment section, let's talk about it, all that good jazz, right? Let's start with, or let's talk about Lindy and Miguel. So, Miguel, they're into, are they in their new place yet? I think they're in their new place. And Miguel is telling Lindy how he's allergic to cats. So she's like, oh, so you take like a Benadryl or something? How do you deal with them? He said, I don't have them in my space. So she is like, because she's a cat person. And I was getting ready to say, now, Married at First Sight, y'all know damn well, y'all do not put a cat person with somebody that is not a cat person. Now, I feel like anybody, if you are a pet person in general, you should be matched with a pet person. And vice versa. If you're not a pet person, you should not be matched with, whatever. But I was gonna be like, y'all got this man that's allergic to cats, but he said he was just joking with her. So I feel like they have the same conversation every single week, just like Mitch and Kristen do. So Lindy they talk about arguments and disagreements and how they know that they're going to happen. It's just going to be a matter of how they work through them, how they navigate through them, yada, yada, yada. Let's get more action going in these scenes and less talking. Let's see more actual day-to-day life as opposed to talking about day-to-day life. So Lindy and Miguel are going to get on my nerves. They really, really are. And it's really because I feel like, I think this is actually one couple that I feel like their personalities are too far apart from each other. She's very type A, right? She wants to know everything up front. I need to know this so I can plan for this, so I can do this, so we can do this, handle all that. And he's being very laid back because he just kind of wants to sit back and analyze everything that's going on. And that's not typically how she's able to navigate life. So Miguel brings up decision day. She once again says that she doesn't want to talk about it. She said that that's a trigger for her. I said, a trigger? Lindy, you knew that there was going to be a decision day. And this is where Lindy is going to get on my nerves. Because on one hand, I see what she's saying, right? Let's stop thinking about the end of the process. Let's, focus and talk about what we have going on now. But in the same token, at the same time, you cannot come into this thinking that you're not going to talk about what's going to happen after those 8 weeks. So Miguel said he's not looking for an out or an in. That's a lie. Remember last week, before the mariachi band came out, because Stasha was about to get in that ass, you and Lindy both said that you would not want to come into something without knowing that you had like an out. Did I hear that wrong? If I heard it wrong, I'm sure y'all going to correct me. But if I heard it wrong, let me know. But that's what I thought I heard. So the fact that now all of a sudden I'm not looking for an out. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And that's fine if you are. Be real with her. So Lindy says she does not understand why he keeps bringing up decision day. She doesn't want to talk about decision day at all whatsoever. I feel like that's kind of unrealistic and that's childish. That's childish to say. We do need to talk about it. It doesn't need to be constantly the way Miguel is bringing it up, but they have to have some type of healthy medium where we're able to talk about decision day, what we're looking forward to, what we're expecting out of our spouse, or to get us to say a yes, what's going to be a hard no. Ooh, that scared me. Did y'all hear that? There has to be some type of like healthy median that's going to get you to where you can fully decide, like, just so you know, if XYZ doesn't happen, I'm going to say yes, or no, you know what I mean, based on that. So I'm sick of Lindy though, sick of Lindy. So we go to Miguel's house. He has bacon grease in his refrigerator. They have this back and forth. She thinks that's nasty. He was like, no, it's not. You can tell that Miguel gets offended by things very easily. He looked irritated that she said that his cooking with bacon grease was not healthy. He looked irritated. Am I the only one that caught that? He had a little problem. I had a little tood with that though. So she then said that his desk is dusty. He's showing her his weight. She's like, am I supposed to be impressed? Maybe that's their banter, but they come across as people that just truly don't like each other. He then shows her his collection of Dungeons and Dragons books. He then said, these are my Bibles. And it's like, once again, stop being sacrilegious to this girl. It's not hard. It's not hard. And I'm glad that every time he said, ooh, go nappy. I'm glad that every time he says it and he is kind of sacrilegious or, like being disrespectful, I love the fact that she's willing to call him out about it every single time because you're doing it to be an ass. If you want to be an atheist, that's perfectly fine. But don't be one of those atheists that feel like you got to down talk somebody's religion and make inappropriate jokes all the time because you think it's funny. It's rude. This is like the third or fourth time I've had to tell you this, Miguel. It's rude. You're an ass. In case you didn't notice. So, next thing you know, he comes out with his little bear costume on, talking about this is his alter ego, Bear Man. I said, you couldn't even give your alter ego a name? Just Bear Man, huh? Okay. I don't know how that works, but I would feel like you could be a little more creative about it. Bear Man just seems very lazy to me. Next day, he's coming home from work or he's coming home from being out and he brings her some flowers and then he tells her that he was actually, before they got married, he was looking for a reason to run initially. And then they do a lot of talking about nothing, once again, about decision day and how this is going to work and how he likes relationships to go and how she does. And I'm gonna have to start muting them. I'm going to have to start muting them and just watching with the caption on because they talk in circles about nothing. Because both their circles are going like this. There's no overlap because they're not talking to understand the other person. They're talking, they're listening, and then waiting for their turn to jump in and just say whatever they want to say. Because they're repeating the same stuff every single episode. Let's get to some action. So then Pastor Cal comes over the next day. And Lindy said that she still has a very huge crush on Miguel. But while she has this crush, she's still waiting for the realness of conflict to set in. And I understand what she means. Not that she's waiting for an argument, but she wants to see how they not only navigate through conflict, but how they get past it. Like, what's going to be the next step? She says she needs him to stay sturdy and not tell her if he's not attracted to her. He said that that's not something that he can do. He said that he's a person that he internalizes. And what ends up happening is if he doesn't tell people what he needs to tell them and get it off his chest right away, he starts to internalize these things and then it starts to have an effect on him. He said that in the past, what would happen is he would do that, not come out because he didn't want to come across rude or whatever. So he would kind of keep everything in. And then the next time that he would finally say something to his spouse to his partner about it, it would be him saying that he's leaving a relationship. And he said that his friends call him doormat because he does do that. And while I see what he's saying, you don't have to, if you get in an argument, tell her, well, I don't like your black ass anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to say stuff like that. You know what I mean? Lindy said if she feels like that puts a lot of pressure on her. Because that way then she doesn't want to know when he's pulling away, because she feels that if she knows when he's pulling away, she's gonna want to reach out, reach out and touch. She's gonna want to reach out and try to like pull him, do what she can to get him to come back. That's gonna probably push him away even more, and they're gonna be in this constant pull, push and pull, this tug of war situation, which isn't gonna work. She said it feels like punishment. It feels like punishment for you to tell me that you're pulling away. And I think, Lindy, that's a childish way to look at it. I think that's a very childish way to look at it. He should be able to express to you how he's feeling without being rude, but he should be able to express to you how he's feeling. And if he does kind of feel like, I don't know, I'm starting to lose the spark, because then that'll help you, like, maybe switch up what you need to do. And he said he doesn't know if he can do that. So basically, if he starts to pull away, or if he starts to feel like he needs to pull away, you're going to be the first person he tells. We know that Lindy is doing everything she can to please this man, right? We know that he pressured you into having sex. Whether you want to admit it or not, you did not want to have sex. So the fact that overnight, all of a sudden, you were ready, that's bull. You know it. He knows it. Everybody on TV knows it. But if you want to keep the lie alive, keep the lie alive. So let me know what you guys felt about tonight's episode with Lindy and Miguel. Are they boring to y'all? Because they're boring to me. I'll catch you guys in the next one.